Katie, can you talk?
Hello.
Okay.
Okay,
Can you
ready?
hear it, guys? Can you hear it?
Yes.
That's the sound my
let me
butthole
see.
makes.
Hello and welcome to your favorite grooming podcast, another grooming podcast. I'm Kat Graney.
I'm Nathan Austin.
I'm Kathleen Austin.
And I'm Juan Rivera.
And Nathan really likes this.
He likes his own noises.
He toots his own horn.
Literally.
Ronnie hit us with a question.
All right, today's question is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it? So something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time, and why haven't you done that?
Oh, shoot.
Go ahead.
Losing weight because it's hard.
Amen.
I started out the year so strong, and
It's so easy to flop.
just I think it's because it's like, oh shit, I lost 15 pounds. Nice. I deserve a treat. And then I get a treat, and then I
you just
I
fall
work,
back
and then
and
it's like I go a week, and it's like I deserve another treat, and then the time between treats just gets shorter and shorter and shorter until I found it. I lost it and found it, and that's really frustrating for me.
It's incredibly easy to find it too, quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on that roller coaster so long, and yeah, I'll go like a couple months, and I'm doing really, really good, and then I just go back to my old habits, and
This food's so
back in that-
good.
it is. I wish you didn't need to survive.
I know.
Yeah. Well, what if you got bit by that deer tick? You know, the tick that like makes you allergic to meat?
Why meat? though?
No.
What if it
I've
made me
never heard of
allergic to
this.
You're like,
carbs?
I'm
I know.
Go
If only
find
there
the
was a
tick.
tick that made you allergic to carbs.
Carbs, yeah. I don't want meat.
No.
Meat can be
Ticks
good
give
for
you Lyme
If
disease.
only there was a tick who could just make it so you could eat whatever you wanted and never
Duh.
gain any weight.
Oh, the
that would be the
Ozempic.
best.
The Ozempic. I heard you have,
That
to get,
wasn't
you have to get bit
expensive.
by that one once a month. That's the best of the difference.
Oh, got it.
You know.
Yeah,
I'm
so
down to try that.
I would too.
I just wish it
It's
wasn't
just
so expensive.
Yeah.
How much is it?
There's like
It's
knockoffs.
like $150.
No, they're lying to you.
Oh.
I've like looked
lying
into
to
it. Like the it's $150 for them to be your doctor, and then you have to pay for the medication on top of it. So
Well,
like being a patient is the $150.
But
a
if
month
you
or
have
whatever.
your own doctor already, you cut that right off, right?
Well, it depends because a lot of doctors don't
won't
prescribe
prescribe
it.
it.
Like
Really?
Kaiser just I have Kaiser, and they just sent it on email maybe like 3 days ago about how Ozempic and Wegovy and all that stuff is horrible for you, and you shouldn't do it, and all these side effects, and it's because they don't want to pay for it.
Okay,
They don't
well,
wanna cover it.
also, I feel
Well,
like
I
Kaiser
don't-
doesn't want you to lose weight.
I know
Because I've asked about bariatric surgery, and they're like, oh, no, you have to, like, do this and do this.
Did they
and-
sign you up for the fat class?
Yeah.
I
And
did that
I've
too.
been to it.
Yeah.
But
And then they sign you up with that weird food. Like it's like special food.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
But they
And
want you to.
The skinnies over here are like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, this is new world for
There's
me.
all kinds of classes.
Yeah.
And I get it.
I
but
grew up with a big mom.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to the Ozempic thing, I think is the side effects of Ozempic worse than the side effects? And I'm not trying to classify you guys, but
Right.
is it worse than the side effects of
Being obese.
obesity?
Or the long-term effects.
Because like, what's worse for you? So
Well, I mean, when some of the side effects are like diarrhea. It's like I get that like once a week anyway. So like, what
We
is
had
that's
Taco
not
Bell
new.
earlier. It's
Yeah, we had
coming.
Taco Bell. It's gonna happen later. So it's like I think about that too. It's like, are the side effects even
Yeah.
that bad?
Well, and then not everybody gets the side effects.
Right.
I mean,
well, and
you
it,
know.
and like you don't eat as much, right? So like that's gonna save you money
Mhm.
because
That's true.
most of
money
our,
on
I would say a
food.
great portion of our money goes to
Yeah.
food.
Oh
And-
my God. We pay too much money for food. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we
I
just
mean,
paid
what does it do? Does it make you
$115
nauseous, or does it make you just not crave, or what
Yeah,
is
so it like changes the way your body processes sugars and other things. And then
But
it's
is it
also a
mental?
hunger suppression.
Yeah.
It might be placebo too.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but yeah, it is a huge hunger suppressant.
Mm.
Yeah.
If
A
someone
couple
just
of our-
followed me around with a cattle prod and zapped me to make me run, maybe I'll lose weight.
To make you.
We have a few clients, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
on it, and they actually are having like phenomenal results. Like,
Everyone that I know is on it loves it. And they always talk about how they don't have side effects whatsoever.
Well, it's like, well, why wouldn't you love it? Right?
Yeah.
You just inject yourself and then lose weight. Like that sounds like I want to fucking do it. I mean, I don't need it, but like
Like-
it's like, damn.
Yeah. One of our clients, she says it's like $400 a month. And then I was like, ooh, that's kind of a lot. But then if you think about it, I spend more than $100 a week on takeout.
Oh, absolutely.
I have
It's
Very
40,
easily.
40, 45 each time we go out.
I was
Fast
watching
food,
a
yeah.
doctor talk about it, and he said the one thing he does recommend for his patients is that they exercise because otherwise
With it.
you lose muscle mass really fast.
But I think I would be a good candidate for it because I do go to the gym. It's
You
just
do.
that
Yeah,
what if you
diet
end up
that
just-
fucking sucks.
Fucking, what if you end up just jacked?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to see jacked one.
Okay. Maybe I'll do it because it's like now that I'm thinking about it, it's like okay, it's $400 a month,
But
but,
if in
it's
the
$100
yeah.
a week. When we get our breakfast out every Friday morning. That's like $40,
And special dinner for
and then
Drag Race.
special dinner on Friday nights for Drag Race, and we go and that's another like $60-$70 depending where we go.
And on Sunday
That
for
already-
House of the Dragon.
And then Sunday for house, so it's like we could. not-
If you're prioritizing, it's where your priorities are lying.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing a food program like that was sent to but the food was just like so what.
Well,
But,
maybe that's
like,
the
I
point.
did
You're not
that-
supposed to enjoy this. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to eat a lot of
But
it.
like that was one of those things you just ate a lot, but you ate like one of their bars or one of their shakes and kind of thing, and it was just like a little, and it worked. I lost 40 pounds, and then as soon as I stopped, right back. I felt like I
Was it
gained that 40
expensive?
pound. It was around the same. It was probably like $350 a month. But as soon as I stopped, instantly I felt like I gained it all back in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to quit Coke right now. I'm right now.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
She's trying to stop.
I'm trying
bumping.
to. The other Coke might
If
help.
she was on the other Coke,
Yeah, you'd lose weight.
she wouldn't have this problem.
I've told my mom before. I was like, Mom, can I just get addicted to cocaine and you can just send me to rehab after like 6 months? Cool, thanks. She said no.
Yeah.
Damn moms.
Not supportive at all.
How dare
But
she?
what was the question?
I don't even know what the
the
question,
question was, what have you been wanting to do for a long time and can't?
Yeah.
Lose weight. It's
Can't
hard.
or haven't?
Or haven't.
Why?
And then we brought. I said the Ozempic.
Yeah.
Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it?
Yeah. So that was mine. And I think Kat's answer too.
Yeah.
Does he have something else?
Is this-
But
Same
it's
thing?
something.
You don't have anything
I would
else?
say that, and I've always dreamed on going on a cruise around Australia. Like it's like a 28-day cruise around Australia.
Australia scares me.
It does, but it just seemed cool. Or Hawaii.
Who doesn't dream of taking a month-long cruise?
Yeah.
I'm
It may-
dreaming of going on a cruise for a whole month. That sounds incredible.
And it's cheaper than other vacations.
Yeah. Well, you hear about those old couples that
Just live
instead
on
of instead of retirement homes, they just hop cruise to cruise. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Wild.
I'm
Is that
follow
going to be
you
us, babe?
guys.
I don't know.
Wait, what?
He said, "Is that going to be us, old people on cruises?" I mean, maybe.
Not the swingy
well,
ones, just the
so-
regular ones.
I would say the thing that I've been wanting to do for quite a while now is I really want to go to Italy and Greece and those areas and travel. It'd be nice if it was a month long because I feel like you need that time.
Yeah.
But the reason I haven't is it's so expensive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if there are groomers that want us to come out and teach in that area, we would come.
Well, that's how
saying.
that's how we're getting to New Zealand, so that's pretty sick.
Yeah, but that specifically has been my number one area that I would really want to visit is I want to go to Italy so
Yeah.
badly.
She'll be like, Nathan, I want to go to Italy. And I'm like, what do you want me to do about it? What the hell?
And I'm like, cool, thanks, babe.
Like, sorry, we have a grooming contest a month right now. So.
But this is, going to Italy is not something you could just be like, okay, let's do. I mean, not for
Well,
a
because
normal
you
person.
need the time. You need to be able
You
to
need to
have time to
prep and-
spend over there.
Yeah, and we
it's
have
not
kids,
cheap.
so either
Yeah,
we
and
bring
have-
them or we have so it's a whole nother
it's-
Or
layer.
pay
Yeah.
someone to watch them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot.
Well, and they would be very upset. I mean,
Yeah,
I
can
would
only
honestly
imagine.
be sad if I left them at home. Katie's rolling her eyes.
She's like,
I
I want to enjoy Italy and have
I
my
love
wine.
our children, but
I think
I
we're-
want to go to Italy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
we
it
just
is.
need to start. We need to start putting our videos in Italian, babe.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm-hmm. Is Italian
just
is
talk
very
like this
similar
the
to
whole time.
Spanish, huh? The angulation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Italian people.
I've been wanting to go to Europe for a long time. Or
Yeah.
that's Europe, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
Europe.
good.
Yeah.
I just travel in general. I mean, we travel actually quite a bit than most people, though. So I guess we're lucky.
But we don't get to see anything.
We don't. We pretty much see inside of hotels, but
Yeah,
We
never
get to see the inside of
convention
a
centers.
we get to
bathtubs.
see
Holiday Inn in every state.
we get to see the drive. No, it's Marriott's. We stay at Marriott's, but we get to see the drive from the airport to wherever we're going, and then that's it. We see nothing else.
Sometimes that drive is really beautiful.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a long drive. Last time it was 4 hours.
Well, we did 13 hours
Oh.
up to Tacoma, and that was really pretty though.
That was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just like, that's home basically, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of trees.
It was
When
beautiful.
we were driving home from the camping trip we were just on in the Redwoods, we took Highway 1.
Oh, I saw your location.
Yeah, and you know, like some
I was
people,
like, oh, they're driving the coast.
yeah, you know, some people like they will fly from the other side of the planet just to do that drive.
We're lucky we
And
live
we're
in summer.
yeah, and we're doing this drive, and
We're
we're
just
just,
like, we're
on
going
our way
home.
home.
Yeah.
You know, so like we were
Yeah.
all talking about like, yeah, we're very lucky to be. Some of those houses out there, it looks like Gandalf lived there. You know, it just looks like a magical like building. You know, and it'll be overlooking 10 miles of rocky shoreline, and if you guys haven't done it, have you done that drive before? If you haven't done it, you should definitely do it.
I've done it
Highway 1.
down to LA, but not north. You guys were going up north, right?
Yeah, it's because it's all like rock. There is beaches, but it's mostly like rocky cliff, and so you're like driving on a cliff face.
Yeah,
most of the
if
time.
you take a wrong turn,
yeah,
It
you're
did
definitely
make-
gonna die.
It did give me a little anxiety here and there, and it did make me nauseous for a little bit
'Cause it's
because
windy.
it's so windy. But it was worth it. It was so pretty.
Do you remember when we first started dating and I did that drive on Highway 1 up from LA to San Jose, and I had to pull over because it was really scary. And
It's
I called Ronnie and I was like,
scary.
hey, I might die. 'Cause it's like I'm driving next to a cliff and then like
And you were on the right side
and I
of
was
the
I
cliff. You were
was
on the
away
far
from-
side of the
yeah.
cliff. Yeah.
Yeah, and then all these cars like were just zipping on by, and I felt like my car because I had a small Fiat at the time, and it was just kind of like
my mom won't drive on.
I definitely couldn't have
Like the
done
wind
it.
hits you
Like-
just
Yeah.
wrong. I did it in the F-150, a big old extended
Yeah,
cab.
he was in the truck with all the stuff in the back. and-
Smashing.
Well, it was funny because at one point we like lost because Drake was behind us, and then Madison was in the car behind them. We were like caravanning.
They're like a work camping trip, so we had
And-
all our people.
we're like driving, and then we're like, oh my God, where did Drake go? And we had no cell service for like an hour, and we're like, oh my God, right?
You fell off a cliff back
Yeah,
there.
we're like, oh my God, did something happen to them? Did somebody like get sick and they pulled over, or you know what I mean? Like, or did somebody run out of gas, or something happened to somebody's car? And we're like, how long has it been? You know, and we're like freaking out. So Nathan like pulls over, and finally they catch up to us, and we're like, oh thank God. And Drake's like, I had to pee. You know, so he's like, I just pulled off and peed. And then I was like, well, fuck, I gotta pee. So then, like, we open all the doors, and I'm just like crouched down on the side of the.
We're all just peeing in this front of this wizard's house. We looked at the house right behind us, and it was like this giant angular house. Like it's
Yeah.
all at weird angles and stuff.
It
you
was
know?
cool, yeah. And then we got back in the car and drove.
Oh well, maybe we should talk about that a little bit. The camping trip, because we went on a work camping trip, and we brought like the whole salon to
A
this
while ago.
to the redwoods, and it was like super magical. I mean, it's the redwoods, right?
It's very pretty.
It
So-
was really fun, yeah. There's like a little lake we walked to and like
It's a
swam.
river. It's
oh,
a
I'm
river.
sorry.
It's a river.
And it's
I'm so
actually
sorry.
Eel River. Okay.
It's Eel River.
Our friend Drake, our apprentice, he lost his glasses. We're in maybe 30 feet from the shore on the opposite end on a log, and
and it
it's,
had to be like
it's about 15 to 20 feet deep
Yeah,
there,
it's so deep.
and he's blind without his glasses.
Not blind.
But he's where he can't see close, right, or he can't see far.
I think he's nearsighted, but he's like pretty nearsighted.
But he like fell off the log. We're all standing on it, and he like falls off, and he's like, "Shit, I lost my glasses." And the water is normally crystal clear, but it was murky because there's so many people there.
and we had
we're
been
like,
fishing.
these glasses are gone, dude. They're gone. They're gone. Like you can see maybe like a foot into the water before you can't see no more. This motherfucker, he goes, I'm just gonna look. Just give it a quick look. He does a dive. He was a swimmer, right?
Yeah, he was
so he
a
does this
swimmer
like
and a lifeguard.
perfect ass merman dive.
with his
dives-
long hair.
Yeah, really majestic looking. He dives straight into the water like Aquaman. And I look at everybody and I'm like, there's no fucking way he's gonna find his glasses. There's no way. Like those are gone. Like that sucks,
He's
right?
never finding them again, yeah.
He comes up with the fucking glasses.
Yeah, he popped
In
up.
20 feet of water, in murky water. Like
He was like, it was freezing down there.
Damn.
I couldn't believe it.
It
Like
was pretty incredible.
It sounds, when I'm saying it like this, it sounds not that impressive. But if you were there, you'd been like, this was incredible.
We had all been day drinking. We had been out in the sun all day. We were all tired. We had been fishing. Like,
Yeah.
Well, if you're not day drinking, you're not camping.
yeah, for real.
That's like a part of camping.
Kat, did you day drink?
She day drank
You weren't
Coke.
camping.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I drink a lot of Coke. A cola.
Anyway, so it was really fun. And
Yeah.
the ride on the drive home, we stopped at Glass Beach, and we collected stuff and looked at tide pools, and I played with some crows.
I'm
They
always
should befriend a crow.
surprised how cool tide pools are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always
Ronnie
like,
loves them.
yeah, you like tide pools, Ronnie? Aren't they always just so amazing?
Yeah, I have a saltwater tank.
I'm always like, oh, we're not going to see anything because there's so many people here, and then we just see all these creatures in it. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So are you
Nature.
saying you said Ronnie likes it? Does that mean you don't like tide pools?
I just don't have an opinion on them.
What?
I don't have an opinion on a lot of nature. The beach is pretty to look at. I don't like being on it. The tide pools are called tide pools. They're
Tide.
cool, but like I'm not. It's a fish.
You're not going to play in it?
It's a snail. Cool.
Hermie crab.
I
I
don't
was
know.
over there with the kids for an hour playing around with crabs. I picked one up, fucking pinched the fuck out of me. I thought they couldn't pinch that hard. I felt it go straight through my skin. It grabbed my thumb, and I'm like, it don't pinch that hard. And I just felt it go whoop straight through, like a hot knife right through my thumb.
I remember on the cruise, and you guys were like, "Oh, look at this fish and look at this fish." Like, well, yeah, we're in the ocean. Of course, there's fish. Like, why are you guys so impressed?
It's okay, Ronnie.
Sorry, Ronnie.
We go on tropical cruises. We go
like
diving together.
We like animals and wilderness and all that stuff. So we got you.
Juan likes his domesticated animals
Yes.
at home.
Yes, we have advanced as a human race for a reason. We're here because
We should be on a boat.
yeah. What you never answered the question.
Well, what was the question?
What would you like to do? What have you been wanting to
Yeah,
do for
what
a
have you been
long
wanting
time?
to do but have not done?
I can't think of anything. I feel like everything I want to do, I've been doing. So like
He's
maybe
all do acid, and
no,
I don't. No, I'm just kidding.
I've always been scared. That scares me.
I'm just joking.
It's so easy.
An ayahuasca trip? No.
That's fine. I've never. I mean, I haven't
okay,
done it. I'd
so
love to.
I would like to experience ego death in with
What
with
is
more
that?
extreme psychedelics. I don't know if I could talk about this, but it's something that like it's an experience you can have during a an experience with a psychedelic.
Shroom.
No, you don't really have it with shrooms, but with what's the one? MDMA? No, not MDMA. It's the one they say is super intense. DMT.
DMT.
Oh,
I mean, I don't think I'll ever will, but that's always something I thought would be super interesting. I'm just scared to do it, you know.
Yeah.
But like I have an out of body experience. And ego death is when like you realize that you don't basically yourself is just a construct,
yeah.
and the person that you think is so great or in your mind is just like.
Well, because you're just. I think the main thing,
Some
right,
people-
is you're so small in the vastness of the world.
And some people think it's good, and some people think it's not good. I'm like, I should try it.
Yeah.
As long as there's no real death involved.
No,
No,
it's
just the death of your ego death.
I looked it up. Well, I just put ego death in Google. And ego death or ego dissolution refers to a profound, intense, and transformational experience where a person's sense of self or personal identity dissolves or is temporarily lost.
Not for me. I'm too much of a scaredy pants.
I mean, I enjoy shrooming sometimes, so I feel like that would be like a way more intense version. I'm down. That sounds fun to me.
What about you?
No, I was just thinking to myself about. I would like to try a deprivation tank.
Oh, I've done that.
Oh, well,
That's
there's
fun.
one right across the street from the salon.
I know.
Is it
Does
actually
it real?
open?
I've never
Is
seen
it
anyone.
That place
I've
has
never
been
seen
trying to open
anyone-
for like 7 years.
I've never
It
seen
might
anyone
be
in the parking
open. I
lot.
don't know. Anyway,
It's called Float. in
You should
Chester Valley.
you should go on Groupon. Those kind of places always have discounts in Groupons, and that's how I did mine. I paid like $40.
It just seems like
Yeah,
so serene.
it's relaxing. I like
Ronnie's
it a lot.
putting himself in one right now.
Are you ready for
Wait,
most
wait.
likely question?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say we should say what we're doing.
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, we're gonna do those like.
So
most
we're
likely-
going to do, and we'll try to remember to read them to you. But if not, go on YouTube and watch us. But we are going to do who would most likely be able to do this question, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be between the 5 of us, our little group. And there's going to be 10 questions.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hit it.
Ready.
All right. First question. Who is most likely to win a hot dog eating contest? Fuckers.
I like how we were just talking about being fat.
Go.
I said me.
Okay, for the record, Kat said herself, and everybody else said Ronnie.
Yeah.
And I drew a hot dog.
So that's
Maybe.
what.
That's weird. It only has one bud.
When we were having lunch, I literally said I could eat hot dogs all day.
Yeah, see, exactly. That's why I
Like
wrote
this.
you down.
Okay, this is
It-
my
it's a
version
compliment,
of a
honestly.
hot dog.
I love
Okay.
hot dogs. I'll be eating hot dogs.
Now we're gonna
That's
have
a
a hot
hot
dog
dog. Like, that's
growing
my hot dog.
competition.
I would eat it.
My hot
Smash.
dog.
Smash.
That was
Smash
like a
hot dog.
butterfly.
Yeah, but then
Are
you gotta put sauce on
you
it.
guys are about to be fucking amazed by my hot dog.
Oh, Kat's looks pretty good.
Oh,
Let's see.
yeah.
To the camera.
I showed mine. Mine has
But that's
mustard.
above.
Mustard.
Mine's like a side view.
Mine's aerial view.
Oh, damn. Look at Nathan's over there.
It's like I'm putting a sesame bun.
Oh, my God. Those are like the biggest sesame seeds in the world, bro. He's like, don't look.
Don't look.
Artistic.
You just copied the one I had.
yeah.
Going down.
How else do you draw a freaking hot
That-
dog?
How Nathan's
Yeah.
doing
How many times can you draw a hot dog with?
How many times?
Well, not how many times.
What about this hot dog?
That's a nice sausage.
Oh.
My God.
It's a happy hot dog.
That's a very good hot dog.
It's also got a mustache.
All right.
He
Good
looks
job,
like a
Nathan.
French
You
hot
mixed
dog. He looks like he is from France.
Okay, next.
I feel like hot dogs are American.
America. Can't get any more.
Yeah, they're not
fucking-
French dogs.
But you can still get McDonald's in France.
Huh?
McDonald's.
What special item do you think they have there?
Oh,
Croissants?
I love it when they have like the croissant burger or some shit.
Well, they have that for breakfast at Jack in the Box.
Oh,
A croissant sandwich. at
Oh,
Burger
yeah.
King.
we're talking about McDonald's.
Oh, my
At
bad.
McDonald's in Hawaii, they have rice.
An egg,
MS,
egg
yeah,
and
that's
rice
Sam.
in it.
Spam.
Japan's
Spam
one's hella
too.
cool too.
What do they have in
Um,
Japan?
They have hella random shit.
Mm.
Everything's like anime related too.
How come the McDonald's sucks in America?
It's probably special to the other people, though.
Yeah, it's like regional. Hawaiians are like, they have rice. That's all I eat. You know.
Yeah.
So
All right,
Like,
next
they have
question.
Spicy McChickens in America.
Who is most likely to drop food on the floor and then still eat it?
oh my god. Slow down. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Katie.
Why me? What the hell?
I don't know. I would not.
You would not?
I would not.
I said myself
I've done it many
because before we started filming, I was getting my laptop out of my backpack, and there was a sweet tart chewy, just one little piece of candy at the bottom of my backpack, and I haven't bought that candy in a long time, so it's been there for a while. And I asked everybody, "Is it gross if I eat it?" Because I am, and then I ate it.
Yeah, we said no, though.
So I literally
No
did it
biggie.
today.
Okay, but I feel like
That's not the ground though.
I feel like if any piece of food left, candy is like
The most likely to be fine.
the most likely to be okay.
Well, also, the sweet tart ones are like shelled.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
so
like,
Kat,
never
you said
goes bad.
yourself,
yes, I said myself.
and Nathan, you said me.
Because
Why
I have
me?
eaten things
Why
many
me out
times
of
off the floor.
Why me out of everybody?
I don't know.
I like.
That's like his I don't know answer.
I always
It's
I
Katie.
hold it up to the light
Yeah,
to see if I see any like
God.
hair or anything on it.
Well, the other
And if it
day,
looks
I
clean.
freaking was eating Doritos on my grooming table. I dropped it on the table, and it had some hair on it. And I was like, do I eat this or not? But it was like covered. And so I gave it to the dog. I was like, nah, it's gone too far.
Yeah,
I said Nathan or Kat because number one, Nathan's like a dad, so I feel like it's just such a dad thing, the 5-second rule. But then I also have seen Kat eat things.
I mean,
I didn't
Yeah, why
get
did you say
decide
Katie?
by
I feel like I
because I
picture
wouldn't do
Katie
it.
doing all.
I wouldn't eat something off the ground.
Well, why didn't
So
you
you
say
picked me. I'm the out of the two of us, I'm more likely than you, I guess.
I'm more like weird on germs. Than
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
He's
I
too
don't know,
germy.
but sometimes you can be so weird about germs and then totally nonchalant about the weirdest things that we're like, okay.
I don't know.
So anyway, whatever.
Next.
I think we've decided it was Kat and Juan though.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to accidentally blab a secret?
Oh.
Well,
1, 2, 3.
I think that's the first time everyone said the same thing.
It's the first
For
unanimous
the record,
vote.
everybody said me. And to be fair, it's because I talk so much. It's not ever purposeful. It's just like I can't contain myself.
Also, I feel like we share everything with everybody, or like
Yeah.
with each other.
Yeah.
That I feel like we forget that it was supposed to be a secret.
That too.
You know?
Yeah.
And
But-
Katie just talks a lot. She likes to
I talk incessantly. Although I do feel like when somebody tells me a secret, they expect me to tell Nathan, and also by extension Kat, because she's my best friend, and also you guys because you're my best friends.
Yeah.
So like, because I don't tell everybody,
Yeah.
just you guys.
I mean, I feel like that's with everybody, and it's like whenever
have your
someone tells
little-
you like,
your little
don't tell
circle.
anybody. You tell your close friends, because who the hell are they gonna tell?
Well, because you
want
have
someone
to talk
about.
to each other about
Yeah.
it. It's super important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Because then who else are you supposed to bounce their ideas off of or your thoughts about it? Am I just supposed to keep it to myself? The hell? Then how am I supposed to know what to think? I need everybody's opinion. Apple.
Who is most likely to have a weird pet?
Oh.
Well, I think we got this one on lockdown.
I think
too.
this is going to be a four for
Show your answers, guys.
Ronnie.
Is it me?
Oh my God, Kat. She keeps picking herself. I think she's just leaving
Every
it.
category.
I think Ronnie, because you already have the most weirdest
Yeah,
pets
he
out
has
of all
ants
of us.
and fish and like.
I have shrimp. I have a
Saltwater
saltwater
fish
tank.
tank.
me, I'd have
you
more
have
if I could.
beagles.
Yeah, I have a terrarium set up for when I get a
I think Ronnie
my
would have
jumping
more if he
spider or
could
praying
too.
mantis.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a praying
I
mantis.
also have a.
He had a praying mantis
I have
a
a
little bit.
tank in the. I remember I have a terrarium in our shed that I've had since we've gotten together, since before we gotten together.
And you practically have a
from
pet
waiting
squirrel.
for.
Yeah.
I feed her every day. I love her.
I really want a walking stick. I think those are cool.
I had one growing up. This is why I'm weird. My parents had walking sticks. We had cockatoos. We had a red-tailed hawk. We've
Oh
had
my
so many
God.
things.
A
My
red-tailed
parents-
hawk?
Yeah, you know my parents used to actually breed freaking American Cocker Spaniels and Chow Chows.
Oh my God.
Wait, I want to
What
hear
an
about the
odd combo.
red-tailed
That's
hawk
right.
though.
Yeah.
Do
got
they
a
hunt
red-tailed
with
hawk.
it?
Did
What?
they catch it
No,
or did they
just
buy
had-
it?
My parents are biker hippies, so
Yeah.
they kind of get little connections here or there and have it. They used to hatch the walking stick eggs and like have little fucking walking
that's
stick
cool.
friends and stuff. So, and then so they're the reasons why I have a lot of weird animal obsessions.
Nice.
So was one of your parents like a falconer?
No,
My
They
dad.
just had it.
yeah, we just had a hawk, and then we had after he passed, we had a cockatiel. Well, his name was Powder because they're the white ones with the crest, and
Yeah.
if you touch them, the white powder comes off your skin.
Well, talk about a downgrade.
My dad wanted to be a falconer. He
Yeah.
actually took courses and stuff.
Red-tailed hawk to cockatoo.
No, cockatiel. That's
Cockatiel.
even-
I had
No,
a
I had a
cockatiel.
cockatoo.
Oh, I thought you said cockatiel.
No, I had a cockatoo. So the big ones, you know how they have
What's
like
the
pink
difference?
ones in Africa?
There's quite the difference.
Mm, yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
big- A cockatiel
I
is
like
the little one that
cockatoo.
can have syphilis.
Which one's the one that they
At
sold at
PetSmart.
PetSmart?
Cockatiel.
Cockatiels.
And yes, cockatiel.
I had the
much
one.
caca.
We actually had
So much
one. The
cock.
one with the orange, the yellow on top of its head and the white
That's
face
the umbrella cockatoo.
and the red like cheeks and
Like
the
Pikachu?
gray
Conure?
body.
Oh,
Those are
gray-
cockatiels.
That's the gray. Was it small or big?
It was small.
Cockatiel.
It was like this big, like its legs to its head.
Cockatiel.
But we had one of those, and then like he hated us so much, he bent his bars out and escaped
flew away?
and flew out when we opened the door. Yeah, that guy.
Let me see.
he like plotted his escape.
Hmm.
Oh my
So
God.
we
That's what
had
you
we had
Oh,
two.
see, that one's pretty cool.
we had
He goes
two
like that.
cockatiels.
And his crest goes up and down. So when he's excited, his crest would
So
go
the
up, and he fucking
cockatiel.
hated my dad. So he would fucking hit the top of the cage and go "Rah!" whenever my dad came home. He's like, Rick, Rick.
Did you have a sulfur and an umbrella?
I'm sorry, what?
A sulfur cockatoo
I had this
or
one.
an umbrella cockatoo?
I had this one.
umbrella. The one with the yellow.
Yeah, it has
That's a sulfur.
No, I had the
How
white
do you know
one.
so much about these birds?
No,
I
I
know.
had just a white one.
All white.
All white,
white.
the regular umbrella cockatoo.
Yeah. That's what I had. Sorry.
My aunt
They
had
have a
was
one.
rose
so
breasted
long ago.
cockatoo. They have.
I don't have a
Yeah,
good
okay.
relationship with birds. They always bite me, and like I fuck birds. I mean,
and-
wild
and
birds are
we've had
cool.
chickens, so we're gonna get more chickens.
That's a pet I can get behind. I honestly think chicken is like the ultimate pet.
Yeah, they poop you food.
Yeah, you feed them garbage and then they shit food.
For real
the
though.
best.
Not ours.
It's
That's
the
not
best.
Scratch and peck. They were spoiled little bitches.
They were spoiled.
Yeah.
But they were my pets.
I
My
would have
aunt-
chickens if I could too. I would have a lot of things if I could.
My aunt had a gray, what are those? A gray, African gray.
Mm.
and
A
it just
Tonga
showed
or a
up.
Congo? I mean, a
I don't.
Congo
Cat,
or-
why do you
Look at
know so
you.
much about birds?
Who is most likely to know about
one
a
of
bird?
these. One of these three
Random ass
African
facts.
birds. No, it was like, okay. Let me explain it to you because you might know.
Well, did
it
it have
was
a
gray.
maroon color tail or did it have a bright red tail?
It had a bright red tail.
And it was a Congo African gray.
Look
Stop
at
it.
you.
Stop it.
Timid African.
I know
Someone's
who I'm.
pressed right
Okay,
now.
if there is ever like a game night at a bar about birds, you're coming. with
Okay, but like we did that pause at sea, and those were stupid. I would have for
No,
sure
they were
won
the
that.
dumbest questions ever.
You know, it was so funny because everyone was like, "These questions suck." The whole crowd. But
Well, they were supposed to be groomer questions, but they were not.
well, this freaking bird just showed up at my aunt's house.
Wow.
She didn't raise it. It just showed up at her house. Every time, like the police, they'd hear police siren or see police siren, it would say, "The cops are here. The cops are here."
Little snitch.
I mean, like that's kind of weird, right? Where did that bird come from?
Where did that bird come from? Okay, anyways, next question.
Who is most likely to survive on a deserted island?
Oh God.
Easy peasy.
This one might be another.
Another one.
Okay, ready?
Kat's probably gonna say herself. Reveal.
Reveal.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Nathan.
Oh, that makes me feel good.
Well, to be fair, I just think that you have like the most like you know how to start a fire. You would be able to
I-
You're
catch.
the most MacGyver.
so-
I want you to go in that
I
show
feel like
alone.
his just palate would
He
help
would-
him.
yeah, he
his
would
palate.
eat
When he's like, I'm
anything.
fucking smash. I'm eating that delicious.
He'd be able to catch stuff.
I,
He'd be able to trap stuff. He'd be able to make himself shelter.
I used to-
I'd just die.
I used to tell people that I know the most important skill a human can know, and that's to make fire with sticks.
He has a video
Yeah,
somewhere.
I have a video. I'll show you guys.
I wanna see
or
it
I could
in
do
real
it in person.
IRL.
I'll do it for the podcast. Yeah.
for 2 hours.
But I do it with bamboo. I can do it with bamboo.
Okay,
Girl,
but
what if
you
it's
don't
not
have
bamboo? What if it's just coconut? You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
No, but I mean, you could. That's the thing is, I feel like you know how to like
It's a
find
friction
different
fire.
things for flint. You'd
Oh,
be
you're
able to
good at
find
friction.
rocks. You'd be able
With
to.
sticks.
Okay, so there's
Rubbing
this,
two
this is a show in history. It's called
Oh, we do that all the
It's
time.
called
Yeah.
Alone. It's
I
where
wonder
they
why we're
like
so hot.
they take like 10 participants and you get 10 items. So you can bring like flint and a tarp and a
That's
fishing
cheating.
like
Yeah, 10 is a
everybody-
lot.
but you try to outlast everyone.
Mm.
Like and I think Nathan would be good at that show.
I think he would
Maybe.
be too.
I sit from the
I
couch
just won't
and
be
think
able. I
could
can hang
do
with the
this
bugs
and
and
Let's
shit.
send
you
him
know?
out naked
I feel
and
like-
afraid.
Yeah.
With his fucking mullet.
I feel like you could MacGyver.
should grow it out for-
I
cover
feel
your
like
butt.
you could
I'll
MacGyver
cut it
clothes.
and
You
make
could
a rope out of it.
MacGyver like a fishing pole, or you know how to make like traps to like trap things.
Let's sign
and-
Nathan up for that show.
No, why not? Because I like
Hey,
I like knowing that
if it
stuff, but I
was-
don't like applying it.
if it was like a month, imagine how much weight you'd lose.
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, I want to go in there and I could just lay there. And I just have to get water once a day. I can
My body
lay
will just
there
live on
and
reserves for the month.
and then I'll
I
lose so
win.
much weight.
You'll go on Survivor, you know?
No.
The bonus if you get a little parasite
No.
just to like
Yeah,
help along.
right? But I thought, I just had to go get water once a day and build a somewhat decent shelter to not be eaten by
And then
bear.
just sit there.
And just sit there. I lose so much weight. That's like the
Okay, so
ultimate program.
do they have people that are like bigger like that?
Some
Maybe they
people gain
avoid it
weight,
because
yeah.
they don't want people to be just
Some
like
people
on
gain weight on purpose for this show.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. That's what I would do.
Because I feel like
That's what I'm doing.
I feel like
I'm
going
prepping
on
for
alone now.
Survivor.
But you have to film yourself
I'm on
and
a
everything.
38-year-old prep.
I'm prepping for this.
Who is most likely to travel to space?
Oh.
Oh. Hmm.
one was an easy one too. For me, anyways.
Reveal.
Ah.
It's half and half. You guys are going to space
Oh,
together.
okay, so 2 people said Nathan, and 2 people said Ronnie. I think we should go to space, Ronnie.
I told one.
I don't have
time-
a desire to
do
travel
you
to
have a
space.
desire to
I
go to
would-
space?
I don't.
Oh, good. Me neither.
I
So
would go to
same.
the SpaceX. I told him like I would go on that. I told him if there was a guarantee where I can like be gone for 2 years, go to Mars, and guarantee I would come home, I'd fucking do it.
You would do it. In a
I would
heartbeat.
do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that'd be hella fun, right?
100%.
now.
I would go do it. Like that is.
You missed 2
Yes.
years. of
Unfortunately,
I would do it. I would do that to go to Mars.
Not
and then
miss
come
2
back.
years, like being one of the first human beings,
Yeah.
like in space, like that.
Yeah,
Would be awesome.
I would go to that rocket thing. How they launch you up and you do that. Hell yeah, zero gravity. I would do that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you guys can go together because I have no
Was it
desire to
Blue Orbit?
leave
Neither.
planet Earth.
Not me.
I
do have a
barely even
desire.
like going up
Zetus
into the
Lapidus.
plane.
Xenon.
Zetus Lapidus.
Okay, next.
Who is the most likely to live off the grid?
Okay, I think I'm gonna change up my answer.
Not you.
Ready?
Reveal.
Oh, I said Nathan.
Oh,
We all said-
3
you know-
Ronnie
Well,
and
so
1 Nathan.
I do think Nathan could live off the grid just fine, but I think Ronnie is the most
Wants
likely
to.
to want to.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Right?
What
the
else are
thing.
we gonna do
Wants
this
to.
episode?
I told Juan
We
if
have
I could have a
questions and
chicken
stuff.
farm in the middle of nowhere, I would be the happiest motherfucker in the world. Just
Why don't
me
you just
and
have
chickens all
chickens
day.
then?
No, we do. We just have to build that area, and that's the
Make
whole
it
thing.
Do it again.
Here.
Yeah. All right, next.
Who most likely has the highest screen time? So who's on their phone most often? And our iPhones tell me every week.
Even
we
if
should look it up.
I have it turned off, will it to not remind me? Will it still keep track of it?
I don't know.
I think everybody's going to get the
Who
same
has the
one.
highest screen time? Reveal.
They all say
Everyone.
me, all Katie.
I think we should look at them. What does
you
yours
love to be
say?
informed.
Yeah.
What
so
does your screen time say? What does
no,
everyone's
no,
screen
no,
time
no,
say?
no. We're not doing no.
Yes, let's do it.
No.
Let's do it.
No.
Let's do it. How do you look at it?
Whip it out.
Show me my
Just
screen
pull down from the
Oh.
top and
Okay,
write screen time.
So to be fair, I am always on my work app. If I'm cleaning, I have my phone on playing in the background. So and I read on my phone.
Yeah, mine's not on.
My daily
Where
average,
do I find it?
you scroll down and do that little thing where you search bar and then type in screen time. It'll pop up in settings. My daily average is about 2 hours, and I am 66% down from last week.
Oh, well, right now I'm at
Oh, mine's off.
3 hours and
Yeah,
45
mine's
minutes.
off.
I turned it off because I didn't want it to snitch on me.
Yeah, I don't have mine on.
So, but like
Mine's
I said,
an hour and 6 minutes.
So
I thought it was going to be way more than that.
okay,
That's just today.
that's today. Yeah.
No, daily average.
Oh, your daily
Yeah,
average.
it says daily average.
For being someone that's on a social media person, that's very
Yeah,
Well,
low.
it does say
No.
46%
If you
down
click-
from
if you-
last week.
yeah, if
Yeah,
you
but
click
it just restarted because it's Sunday, so it always restarts.
Well, click it. If you click it, it actually
Okay,
shows
last
you.
week was
So-
2 hours. The week
Oh,
the week before that was 5 hours. Oh my
at
god.
20
Daily?
minutes.
Yeah.
And it was 0 before that, I guess.
Well, so
That's Sunday
Yeah,
beginning
mine's
first.
2 hours and
to
11
be
minutes.
fair, a lot of because in the morning.
Oh, here we
like-
go. Weekly average is about 4 hours.
So in the morning when we're driving to work, I'm on his phone answering messages.
Yeah, so even on Nathan's phone, she spends the most screen time on.
So yours is not
Double screen
accurate.
time.
I probably spend at least an hour a day answering messages for Nathan and
Responding to comments and stuff.
commenting and responding to comments on his videos, and then same for AGP.
So what we got to do is subtract an
and-
hour from mine and add it
And
to
add it.
Katie's.
But okay, but when I clean, I put on the TV in the background. I read my books on my phone. I don't read paper books, and
And then she sends me TikToks while she's
and then
taking
I
a
send
dump.
her TikToks.
Okay, I think we all have to activate it.
Okay.
We should all
Oh my God.
activate.
No.
Yours is activated.
And yours is activated, Katie. We should all activate.
Yeah, but I'm not telling you
have a
guys what mine
competition.
really says. That was for today.
Next.
Who is most likely to cancel plans at the last moment?
You know what?
None of us.
None
right?
of us have ever canceled plans, I think, on each other.
I don't think so either.
That's for losers.
All right, well,
Follow
there we go.
through.
Okay, well, let's just make something up, right? Who do we think, right? Let's
You
see.
think
So what do you think would?
Juan. Napping. I don't know what to put.
Okay, I picked.
Reveal. Cat one.
What? Me? I said Ronnie or Kat. Kat
think-
said herself.
I think me
I said
because a
Katie.
lot of factors go into deciding if I want to go. Is it going to be indoors? Is it going to be outdoors? Is it going to be
That's true.
hot? Is there somewhere to sit? I feel like
Am I
I
feeling
look
lazy
for
that
That's
day?
reasons
true.
to cancel.
You just canceled going to the groomers thing, the groomers guild, because it was too
Because it was
hot.
going to be too hot.
too hot.
Outdoors.
It was
100 degrees?
outdoors.
I don't think so. I don't think
Okay,
so.
why'd you say me?
Because
Because I feel like I'm comfortable just throwing you under the bus like that for everything. If I don't know, I'm like, Katie.
Yeah, he just literally is like, I don't know,
Thanks,
and it's
babe.
like Katie.
You know what though? I will say I have once or twice, once the time comes, I'm like, oh, I'm not. I have once or twice, I just can't fucking do it.
You know what I
I'm
do?
Most of the time it's because I'm tired,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm tired. I don't want to go out after work.
I do get that
That's
dread.
me. I do it.
When,
Yeah, you make plans.
And then like it's slowly getting
We
closer. and
do
you're
that
like,
all
oh,
the time.
fuck.
We're going to the store after work. Maybe tomorrow. We'll eat
I do
later.
that.
DoorDash.
We'll do, exactly.
DoorDash is so
I don't do
easy.
it for like important people, but I definitely do it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, sorry. Or like even if I want to buy something off like Marketplace, I'll be like, nah, I just don't feel like driving over there.
Your motivation is like,
I think that might be a groomer thing though too, because groomers tend to like not call out
Yeah.
and not like because you feel like
like you're disappointing people.
mm-hmm.
And we're
'Cause
also
other people depending
early to
on you.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
was that it?
The last question.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
The
last
last question. Who is most likely to give the best advice?
Depends what it's on.
Girl, make something up.
one. Ready?
No.
No, Juan's still debating. I'm going to peek at his thing. I'm just kidding.
Oh, he's debating?
He's masturbating.
I already said that.
Just kidding. Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
One.
Katie. So everyone said Juan except for Nathan, who said Katie.
I feel like, yeah, that's just, you're just like, fuck it.
Katie, you're who I get all my advice
Oh,
from.
that's true. Good point, honey.
I think I overthink everything so much that I feel like I have to like.
Well, so I picked you because I feel like you're calm and you don't generally make rash decisions.
Yeah, you
or
research
like do
things.
something based off emotions. So that is why I picked you, because I feel like you'll be like, yeah, this, and then you're like, well, but if you think about it this way, and I'm like, no, I don't want to think about it that way. But then I'm like, you're right, that's true. So,
Peace, love, and happiness.
but that's true, babe. We do give each other advice all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So sweet.
I do feel like I've learned a lot about you guys from those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Should I read this review?
Yeah. Go to the
Yeah,
review.
read the review.
So we have a review from Yorkie Loves 19. They put, inspires me. 5 stars. Listening to this podcast has brought me sanity and calmed me, especially on harder days. I am a first-time mom and groomer for 3 years. Your shows on mental health and work-life balance let me know that I am not alone and inspired me to keep going and to keep reaching for the stars. Thank you, guys. Much love, and hope to meet you all one day.
Aw.
That's so
That's so
sweet.
We got a lot of response from that mental health episode. I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of people really identified with that.
I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it. Not enough people talk about it.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's something we could touch on again sometime, because I think we're all kind of in a different headspace right now too. Like I'm in a different headspace than I was then, and I think people like to hear that the people they look up to or might like struggle with the same type of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have another comment.
And we have a DM from What the Pup Grooming on
You always have the
Instagram.
best names on
Her
your
name is
side.
Jess.
What the pup?
What the pup? Okay. I don't know where to give my review of the pod, so here's a DM version. Apple Podcasts. You can leave it on Apple Podcasts.
Or YouTube or
Freaking cessed. I feel like I'm just hanging out in the salon with you guys, working away. You have such a way of captivating your audience, which is filled with us weirdo groomer peeps, and covering a variety of topics. Keep it coming, please. The only thing I don't like is how much Kat puts herself down. She is seriously such a powerhouse in the industry and a role model for groomers like me. Please start talking to yourself the way you talk to your daughter. Heart, heart. You deserve the world.
no.
Would love to see you guys in Canada at some point. OOGS 2025?
I think they call it Uggs.
Oogs 2025? Thank you for keeping me entertained while I shave dog buttholes.
We all shave dog
You know,
buttholes.
that's a good point, though. Talk to yourself the way that you would talk to your daughter, because I think that,
I'm kind of
like,
mean to her too, though.
but I mean, in the sense that, like, you would never let her call herself ugly or fat or, you know what I mean, like, or stupid. You'd be like,
But
no.
she's beautiful and she's not fat.
But see,
Just
though, because
like
I
you.
do it sometimes too. Like, I talk down to myself, and that's like a
Well,
really
also-
good thought. Like, don't say something to yourself that you wouldn't say to your kid.
Yeah, because they'll replicate it
Yeah.
unintentionally.
That's something Nathan, yeah. Because I'll be like, oh my gosh, look at my pooch. You know, Nathan will be like, dude, stop. You know, like your kid's like paying attention. Or I'll be like, oh, my face looks so ugly today. Or I hate this line on my face. And he'll be like, your daughter is watching, you know?
I feel like, well, that was very low. I feel like everyone's the hardest on themselves, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like you notice things about yourself that like no one would even think about.
Right. So,
You gotta be nicer to yourself, Kat.
Yeah.
I agree
I'll
with
try.
Jess.
yeah, be nice.
Yeah,
I've been
Jess.
I've been a downer my whole life to myself. So
you want to hear something
I
cute?
feel it.
When we were inside before we were going to open Pokemon cards, I was hella sweaty. And then we were talking about being on camera. I was like, no, I don't want to be on camera. I'm ugly. And Owen's like, no, you're not. And I was like, little man.
That's sweet.
Nathan said it too. So thank you, Nathan. It was cute. They both said it. No, you're not. I was like, oh.
That's sweet.
I was like, as I was trying to cover my
I think
sweaty
you're
bald
handsome.
spot.
Yeah,
thank
you are
you.
handsome.
I think
yeah.
so.
I mean, I'm not gay.
I fucking
Never
smashed
that.
But he's willing to try.
you know-
Never that.
Smash.
But I think you're handsome.
Let's normalize calling
Smash.
each other handsome and
I think it is.
pretty. And
I think it's nice though, right?
No
Like,
homo. But I think you're handsome.
I'll start a fire with you.
You know,
rub some sticks together.
It was really confusing to me when I was younger and realizing like, can I just tell that guys are like attractive or handsome, or is there more to this?
yeah.
Because people don't really talk about. I mean, because everyone can tell if someone else is good looking or attractive. Like,
Well, how do straight guys get jealous? They know that that's a fucking hot
Yeah.
guy right there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
other than
Yeah.
that, they wouldn't be
Well,
getting jealous.
I think it's
I
just they don't
feel
want to
like-
say it.
yeah.
I feel like for women, it's normalized for them to be like, "That's a beautiful woman."
Yeah, I
but
think
it's
women are
pretty,
gorgeous.
but I feel like
yeah.
it's not as normalized for men to be like, "That's a handsome man. That's a good-looking guy." So
unless you're
I
Ryan
think-
Reynolds, because everyone agrees.
Oh my God, Ryan Reynolds is so hot.
Like everyone's man crush.
Sorry,
Yes, sir.
Well, Ryan Reynolds or Hugh Jackman?
Ryan Reynolds.
I would do Hugh.
I would do Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman's
Hugh
55.
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Jack.
He's 55 years
So
old.
I do think
But he
Hugh
can sing
Jackman
incredibly,
is
too, I'm like,
hot.
So can Ryan.
Yeah,
Ryan can sing too?
Yeah.
But I like. I know he can sing too, but I like Hugh's voice.
And Hugh's fuzzy.
So for
And
me,
Ryan-
Have you seen Wolverine, Deadpool and
Ryan-
Wolverine?
But I hear the shirtless scenes are amazing.
Ooh. But see, I like the humor. Obviously,
Yeah.
I married somebody who I find incredibly funny, and so for me, Ryan Reynolds is so funny, and I find that like more attractive than anything. Like I told Nathan, obviously, I think he's like the most attractive man ever. But the thing that one of the biggest draws for me is humor. Like I could not have married somebody that wasn't funny.
I just hope Ryan Reynolds is kind of like Adam Sandler in the sense he's the same note in every
That's true.
movie. It's like
Yeah.
a little bit of a, whatever, a little commissar, whatever it's called. What is it?
I'd like to see him serious role.
Yeah. Something
would
like that.
be
You know what I mean? Something
interesting.
different. Just like, yeah.
Like when
Change
Jim
it up.
Carrey, when Jim
Yeah.
Carrey was doing serious stuff. I like Jim Carrey when he does serious
Yeah.
stuff.
And then when he's fucking Bruce Almighty, that's funny as shit.
Yeah. I like the
Versatile.
switch up. Yeah.
Versatile.
I do like it though when you call. I've called a couple dudes like I said you're handsome a couple times recently that I remember, and both times the guys are like they light up.
Yeah. They were like,
I
But-
told Drake, I don't remember when, but he's like, thanks, man. You know. And then
told
Zach,
him.
I told him, no, dude, I think you're handsome. And he's like, right on. You know, you just see like they're like, oh my god.
But
Yeah.
I like to be complimented. Like someone will say, "You're pretty," or "I like your hair," or you know.
Yeah.
I think everybody likes to hear it, no matter
Yeah.
what you are.
I tell
what
Juan he's
gender.
beautiful every day.
He
He goes,
does.
why are you so beautiful?
I
He says
try-
he's beautiful.
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 I'm like, Coon, guess what? He's like, I'm beautiful. I'm like, yes. And I fucking hit the wall. And then I stalk the
I was
wall.
like, I'm beautiful. Yeah, I
And
get
then I
it.
start stalking my hand. I'm like, if this was your face, I would fucking, you're so beautiful. I get cute aggression and I like attack him. So I have to hit other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's sensitive.
I like to try to go out of my way. Like if I'm out somewhere and I see like a girl wearing like shoes I like or an outfit I like or it
Oh, and they
has
smell
cool
good.
hair,
Ugh,
or
I always
I
comment on
try
girl
to
smells.
like, oh my gosh, I love your shoes, or you know, because I feel like I love when people do that to me. It makes me feel really good. So I try to. And it's cute because now Isolde has started
Okay.
doing it, where she'll see somebody where she'll be like, "I really like your hair," and she's so nervous to say it, but they're always like, "Oh my god, thank you so much," and so she feels really good.
So I got a question along with that.
Yeah.
I like doing that. I like complimenting people, but I don't want to say something that can be is
Construed as
misinterpreted as me being a pervo.
As you being creepy.
So what's like
say to a
appropriate?
girl?
So like what could I say to a girl that's like if I just want to make a quick compliment if I'm meeting somebody?
I
I don't
think
know
it's- I
because me
think
and
it's
Juan
how-
gayed up. Me and Juan like
We'd
totally.
gayed
If
up.
we're like, I'm like, oh my god, you smell so good.
Yeah,
Like,
if I was
we-
like, oh, you smell great.
Yeah.
They'd be
We
like,
always,
what the
we,
fuck?
just to
But-
make it not creepy, we always gate up a little bit when we're gonna compliment a girl.
Yeah,
Just
like
in
if
case.
if someone's so beautiful and I like double take and then they notice that I do it, like you're so pretty. They just have to like.
It's like
Dude,
I was
I don't
just,
know.
I
I
was
mean, you
just
can
telling my
pretend.
husband that
I
you're
think
so
it's all
pretty.
about delivery.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Because
you
if you're like,
could gay it
he's
up,
like,
but
"Oh, you're pretty," you
Hold on.
know. But if someone's like, "Oh,
but I
you're really
think
pretty," or "You have really pretty eyes," or you know.
But I think it's hard.
It's
Well,
hard being a
complimenting the
guy.
eyes and saying
I was
pretty
gonna
eyes.
say
That's
eyes is too much. If Nathan did that, I'd probably punch him. But if he's
Your
like,
eyes are not super ugly.
But I think if you were to
They're
see
above
like,
average.
if you were to see like shoes, right? Not flip flops, but just regular enclosed shoes.
Closed-toed.
Oh, I love your open-toed shoes.
But I think if you like met somebody and you were talking to them and you're like, oh, cool shoes. That's,
'cause somebody-
that's a normal delivery. But if
Yeah.
you were like, oh, I really like your shoes, then that's like weirder.
Because when somebody gives you a compliment, you want to compliment them back, right? And
Yeah.
everyone's always like, "Oh, I love your hair; it's sick." And I want to be able to just come up with something on the fly, but not be a weirdo.
Just say,
Yeah.
"Oh, thank you. Thank you so much."
I often
Yeah.
just say
You
thank
receive
you.
it
Yeah,
with
but if you
Say
hit
thank you.
if
Yeah.
you give them a compliment back there and it lands, they're it's like good.
I know, but I always feel like it feels forced. Like you're like, oh, well, thanks for the
Katie's
compliment,
like,
and I'm like,
just don't.
scrambling. No, I just say thank you, unless there's truly something. But sometimes somebody's like, I love your hair, and then I'm like, I love your hair, and then I'm like, that was kind of like stupid.
You know what compliment I get a lot from guys, and it never comes across creepy? Tattoos. Oh my God, your tattoos are cool. Or I like your tattoos. I get that a lot, and I don't get creeped out by that.
But I think cool something makes it less like pervy.
Yeah.
If you're just like cool shoes or
Yeah.
like
Cool hair.
cool hair. Yeah, because then that delivery of instead of like I like your shoes.
Yeah.
You have pretty cool shoes.
Yeah, you're just like, hey, cool shoes.
Be like
Yeah.
Pete the cat.
But
Okay,
I think it's harder for a
I'll be
straight.
like, those open-toed shoes are cool.
I definitely think it's harder for a straight male to do it
I
because a
agree.
girl complimenting
Yeah.
another girl is like, oh my God, a girl complimenting a handsome guy real quick. They're used to it. Us, I've complimented a guy before, but he had really nice handwriting. He's like, oh, thank you. Like, I don't know where it was, but he fucking had nice ass handwriting. I'm like, damn. Yeah.
Probably closeted.
The other couple,
Closeted.
a few days ago at Costco, there was this guy, and I was like, "Oh, we were telling him, we really like your shirt. You have a really cool shirt. Where'd you get it?" And then, because I tend to
different,
not compliment straight dudes because it feels like I'm hitting on them.
Yeah.
Someone just
You're
complimented
worried,
me
yeah.
at that at the
At dinner last
at
night.
teppanyaki. I walk in and I'm wearing one of those like short shirt combos, the button up ones for swimming, and he goes, "Wow, I love your shirt." And I'm like, fucking
No, he said,
right
I love
on,
your
dude.
outfit.
I'm
Yeah.
like, right on. I'm like on cloud 9.
Yeah,
And then like I think I want to do that for people more.
yeah.
Yeah, I think if you go with clothes or shoes, those are generally okay. Or accessories.
I do think if you
it's
compliment
like
a girl's
eyes
eyes,
or-
that's gonna be weird. Or if you tell her she's pretty, and then I'm gonna be mad. So don't do that.
I prioritize Katie being upset with me more than making some random
Yeah.
girl happy.
Also, like I said, I wouldn't care if you were like nice shoes or even nice dress.
Tell
but
Katie to tell her. Like,
yeah.
Katie, tell her. she has
Well,
cool
what
hair.
did the kids told on Nathan something the other day? What were they telling?
Oh,
I wasn't even listening,
because I
to
was
be
with
honest.
Ronnie.
Oh.
And remember, like they
Oh
were
wait,
like
what did he say? Tell
about
us
the
your
dress.
version.
Remember, I said, "Oh, was I with you? Who was I with? I was with somebody,
I thought
some
it
other
was-
guy."
I thought
seen
you
a,
said
there was
it
a girl.
Ronnie.
There was a girl in a dress, and I said, "Oh, I like that dress."
You said it
and
was.
Isolde
I
was
thought you
like,
said it was when you guys were at Target getting.
"Yeah."
Oh, and he told her, I'm going to tell mom.
And I'm like, I just said she has that like the
the
dress.
first thing he told said, I'm going to tell mom. and he's
And
like,
then-
I just like the dress. And I was like, that is a nice dress.
And then Isolde goes, "You said you liked the dress on her," and I'm like, "No, I did not. I said I like her dress."
I was like,
And I
okay.
said,
When we were
Katie,
sitting
and I said,
farting
your
at
mom.
people.
I said, "Your mom is not going to be mad." I said that. I know it. for
No,
a fact.
and that's so. At first, when he said, I told her I liked her dress, I was like, okay, whatever. And then he's always like, no, he said I like the dress on her, and I was like, then he's gonna be in trouble. So
And
which
di-
one is it?
Like, I didn't say that, right?
No. No, of course not. I was there.
No,
I was there
but
the
for reals,
whole
I didn't
time.
say
No, I'm just
that.
kidding. No, I trust Nathan. So, but I was like, yeah, obviously I would have been upset if he was like, I like that dress on you. Then I'd be like, okay, bro, not
But
cool.
I would like to see
It
it
looked
on
better
the floor.
on my floor. Yeah.
Yeah. But just telling somebody you like their dress, no big deal.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother
See,
me.
that's a compliment.
Yeah.
I like them titties.
Your breasts look great in that dress.
I like your bra. It's really doing support. Is
Yeah.
that a bustier? Nice.
Okay.
That's
well,
like I actually think about that a lot though. Like, don't
be
sound
creepy
no,
on
don't
accident.
don't be creepy, but don't like
be
sound
a
like a
creeper.
creep.
Don't be a creeper.
Yeah.
good
Don't
effort.
be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
All right, and then we just have one question. We have a little bit of time. Okay, so this is a question from Emmy's Spa. And it says, loved this episode, calling our AGPeeps. Couldn't stop cringing at the pooping cocker prank call. I also would have hung up. I have a question. I guess it would be more for the Austins, although you have plenty of experience with this as well, Juan. I'm a solo mobile groomer and business owner, but I'm looking to hire my first employee. What are some good interview questions, and how would you vet employees for your mobile? So I think the first thing we should go over is, so we haven't hired anybody for our mobile, but we've hired for our regular salon. You've hired people for salons before.
Yeah.
So what are some interview questions that you think are important?
To be honest, I asked just kind of normal interview questions, just like tell me about a time where a client was upset and how you handled it.
Yes.
Because I think that's very important. But what they say is not really what's important to me. Is like how they're communicating what they said.
Right.
Like what choice of words do they have? Are they confident in their answer that they're telling me? I think that says a lot
way
more
it's delivered,
to me than like the actual situation, because I can hear the confidence in their voice or lack of.
I thought you were going to come up with something like not that profound. I usually ask people like, so like, you like this shop?
No, that was on
I know,
our
that's
list.
what I'm saying. It sounds like, yeah,
that
but
was on our list though.
It just, well, you ask them.
Oh.
One time Katie was like, I need you to do this interview. I'm not going to be there. I'm like, no. I'm going to be like, so.
No, I
What?
do. I like that question a lot.
You play Fortnite, bro? Are you? I think you're totally cracked.
Oh my God. Okay, stop talking.
He's not allowed to do interviews.
No, but yeah, I like that question a lot because I do think that, although I do sometimes think that the answer is important too. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's been some answers where I'm like, ooh, nope, that's not going to work for me. I do though, like in pertaining to grooming, I usually ask them like how many dogs they do a day, just so I can kind of gauge, because I gauge pay based off of how many dogs they do a day, how long they've been grooming, their experience with like breed cuts, you know what I mean? I usually like to ask for a portfolio of pictures.
There is something I do like to ask that's actually serious,
Oh, okay.
and it's how they feel about continued education.
Yes, for us that's a big one, and we always tell people interviewing for us that like they have to be on board for getting master certified. Obviously, we pay for that, but if that's not something that interests them, then we're not the right fit.
Yeah.
So,
And that says a lot about a person if they're willing to learn.
I mean, because we tell them we're like, we'll train you, we'll help provide the dogs, we'll pay for the testing, but like, is that something you're willing to get continued education and get that certification?
I used to when I would hire at PetSmart, you know how they would get like the phone number and email address and everything. I would Facebook stalk them, Instagram stalk them, kind of see what they did for fun and what kind of person they were aside from just their resume, because I feel like what they're willing to post online says a lot about the kind of person they are as well. And then also after, I know, so make your stuff private.
I was like,
people to know.
what do you think about me?
I know they watch my stuff. Geez.
And then after my after the actual interview, I would bring them into the salon and have the other people interview them too. And then I would just like ask them whatever. Ask them just like what their favorite Disney movie is. Ask them whatever. Just because
that's
I
a good
want to
idea.
see I like to see the interaction within the team and see if they're gonna mesh well. Because if they're I know people are always nervous for their interviews. But if like the people asking questions, just like random conversation, I want to see how well they mesh, because team building is everything, right? And if they can't get along, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it only
always-
takes one person
Yeah.
to like fuck up the whole place.
I always do a working interview too. So like if I get good vibes, I have them come groom one dog at my salon, start to finish. So they're like working with the other groomers, like I
In the
can see,
salon.
because sometimes too pictures are misleading. So I want to see how they handle the dog. And especially because of the fact that this is a mobile salon, and she asked specifically, how do you vet employees for mobile? Like our salon, only the three of us go on the mobile. And so I actually tout that as like only a certified master groomer is on my mobile, because I want to make sure that the person on there has enough experience, because they're grooming by themselves. I don't want somebody to get injured, and to have the knowledge to make the choice if a dog is safe or not, and to like be able to work on a dog that might be a little bit more difficult by themselves and not be worried about the dog getting hurt or the person getting hurt. So there's like a lot of things for me that go into it. Like I'm not prepared to let any of my other groomers onto the mobile yet, because I want to make sure like no matter what they get, if it's a breed cut, they can do it. If it's a hand strip, they can do it, or a carding, or you know what I mean? Or whatever. If it's a poodle hand scissor, I want to know that they can do the proper groom. And then, like I said, have the experience to work with anything that comes in, or have the knowledge to say, no, this is too much.
Thinking about that, our people are about there.
I think having them be a certified master groomer for me is is what I want.
For sure.
Personally, obviously, every salon and mobile is going to be different, but can you think of any other good interview questions?
No, I mean, not really. Just it's the normal stuff, like how many dogs can you group comfortably on your own. Typically, when do you ask for help? Like when,
Or
what is a weakness essentially? Because you need to know what they usually. I usually have someone hold for this or whatever. That's not going to be. No one's going to be there to help you.
Right.
Can you ask like why you left your last salon? Is that
I think you can ask why you're seeking new employment. I don't think that's like an issue. Like, I think you can ask like, oh, why'd you leave your last salon? I definitely think you can ask that.
Yeah, how they answer that says a lot.
Yeah, because sometimes they're like, oh, I didn't, like maybe I didn't get along with the owner, and then you're like, oh, well, what was it? And then so I definitely agree. It can be very telling.
I often think like when we're doing interview, like this is just me and probably not Katie, but I'm just like vibe checking, like you've passed the vibe check.
I mean, that's almost more important because you can teach them what they need to know. As long as they're willing to learn and you get along with them, the rest is kind of, you can.
I agree because I think that like you said, if the vibes salons, you're working in a small space with each other in stressful situations all day, every day. So if you don't get along, it's not going to work. And the whole morale in the place goes down and it sucks.
What do you think the best amount of experience is?
What do you mean?
Like amount of years?
Like for a mobile?
Grooming.
Like for a mobile?
No, I mean just in general. Like if you're hiring somebody.
I think
because sometimes too much is too.
for a full-time groomer.
5.
Well, that
I think I would say
be
like
tough.
5 to like 7, 5 to 8. I think
5
is
to
like
10,
the nice pocket. Because once they get to like, I've been doing this for 10 years. I know what because then it's like there's
It
more
can be,
resistance.
yeah.
And
Because
if
they're stuck in their ways.
and it's hard to teach, or if you.
Yeah, because then you're like, oh, well, you've been doing the pattern wrong, and then they're like, well, I've been doing this way, So I think it
Maybe
can
even
be
3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
But I do think, because then they have a good amount of experience, but not too much. They're not too stuck
Definitely
in their
over,
ways.
like 2 years of experience. Because you need to be a bather for at least a year or longer, and then you have to start grooming and be.
I think
able to
5 is
even,
I think 5 is my golden number. 5
Yeah.
is golden because
But
they.
is that just to like hire and be like, okay, you're grooming dogs?
I think I think that would be like the easiest because if they did have any issues wrong with their like breed cuts, it would be easy to like teach and fix them because they have enough experience that they don't need my help doing any pet stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it's good experience,
And
they
I
don't
feel-
need my help brushing out. They don't need my help bathing and blow drying. Where somebody before that might still need work.
Yeah. I think 5 years is also long enough for them to know if they hate it or not.
Yeah.
Because anything earlier than that, they won't really know if they don't like it yet. They haven't
True.
gotten to the burnout yet. So
Burn
I
zone.
feel like once you get to 5 years, it's like, okay, they like this.
Yeah, because they would have given up by then. 5 years is a long time to input
I
into
think that's
something.
normally I was talking to Blake, brought it up, and he said like the average amount of time somebody's a groomer is pretty short. Like I said, but once you make it over a certain amount of time,
Yeah.
I don't
You're
know what to
good.
say.
You're
Yeah.
a lifer.
5 years, I think, is enough. If there is any breed cut issues, they're easy enough to correct because it's not too sunken in yet. That's what I'm going with. Final answer.
Final
5
answer.
years.
I agree. I take it down from 5 to 8. I think 5 is great.
5 is great.
25 years. We
That
had
was
somebody.
rhyme.
We had somebody recently call us. That's why I brought it up. And she goes, I have 20 years of experience and I'm just looking for a place for extra money and I'm willing to bathe. Like, do you need a bather? And my first thought was like, no way. Like, I
Yeah.
can't you need something better than this.
Yeah.
Like, I can't like hire you as a bather. You have 20 years of experience grooming dogs and you want me to hire you as a bather.
If you
So
hire
I was like
someone-
perplexed.
If you hire someone overqualified for the job, they're going to leave you.
Yeah.
And it
Because
just
they're
felt
gonna
like,
find
girl, you
something
need to like just keep looking.
You can do more than that. Yeah, you can get a better. There's so many salons hiring. You could get a really good place. So anyway,
Well, hope that helped, Emmy.
yeah, hopefully that helped.
I completely forgot.
Who
what we were-
started this one? Catherine?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Thank you for joining us on another grooming podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know what the hell I was drawing.
Is that the Mercedes symbol?
That was supposed to be a peace sign, and I got freaked out.
Upside down.
You got freaked out.
Because I was trying to go really fast. Because I seen him writing. Now I gotta go boop it a beppies.
I got a boo boo boo.
I got nervous.
I boo put a bit earlier.
I know. I went pee pee.
Oh, yeah, sorry.